Hello everybody, this is Kathleen and I'm here today to show you the finished journal. I just love this one. Honestly, I'm loving all of the journals I'm making right now. I wish I could keep this one for sure, but it's going up in my Etsy shop. And so this is a flip through to show you what's in it. It's 3 signatures and it's 8.5 inches this way by 5 inches this way. It has a 1¼ inch spine. It has 128 pages, many of them very decorated. It has 20 pieces of handmade ephemera and 11 pieces of really nice vintage ephemera. And it has this simple closure with some beads and just an elastic button. So let me show you what's inside. This front cover is very simple, just a book plate here, and this is a little tuck for put my purchaser letter in there, and that can be removed, and then you can just put whatever in there. I love the colors in this journal. I just honestly love it. This is just a pocket here in the front with a couple of handmade ephemera. This is an altered guest check, and this flips out. And there's just a clip here on the side, and this is a little journaling card and a pattern for some crochet. Came from a vintage needlework magazine. This is just a little cluster tab on this page. Some antique ledger scrap. There's lots of room for writing. I love to write in these journals, and so I am leaving lots of room. This is a vintage time check card. Some book page. Vintage. Like these ladies in their garden, but there's lots of room on this side to journal. And this is a little paper clip that I've tweaked a little. This is a pretty piece of antique ledger. There's some really old writing and then some from the 1950s, but most of it is pencil. If you just really don't like that, you could erase it, but I think it's just kind of cool. You can paste some things over it, and I love the little corner number there. This is the center of the first signature, and I have made just a collage, and then this side forms a pocket. The other side of that ledger. I've used quite a bit of lace in this journal. Some stenciling. This is just the dyed edge on this paper. This is some dyed paper that came from my daughter-in-law, Kate. Gifted that to me. Let's put it in this book. This book has a lot of things that I just love. Some napkin decoupage on this book page. This is a simple pocket. This is a 1954 October. It's a pharmacy prescription. Just a bill of sale and a handmade journal paper. This is another just handmade journal paper. Goes in this side pocket. Another side pocket. This is some vintage note paper from a ledger. So you could keep some records on that. This is some stenciling and die cuts here on the side. I have made some little paper piercings down the edge of this just to dress that up a little, and there's some fiber through the holes on that. This is also vintage stenographer's notebook. So it flips out. This is that candy bag pocket that we made the other day. Here's the handmade journal card for that, and inside here is another little journal card. Vintage ledger. This one's blank. A little bit of sari silk and crocheted motif, flower motif. Just a plain signature center. This is another just simple handmade tag. And a collage book page pocket. This is also a secret pocket there on the side. There's the other side of that blank ledger. This is a little library pocket. It's got room in the back to tuck things, and this is a handmade journal paper there in that pocket. This has just got some scrappy ruffle here on the diagonal. This is another fold over side pocket with just some trim, and this is a book page but made into a journaling paper. Some pretty lace on that page. This is, you know, the end papers sometimes are very pretty in books that get gutted, and that's fun there. Just a little flip out. Here's the third signature, a little bit of a lace embellishment. This is an altered time card. This is some antique French paper of some kind, just tucked behind there. And this is a tag that I made. This is a fussy cut collaged onto there, and just a little fold over pocket. So there's a pocket here behind and a pocket here. This is just a hand-dyed journal card. This is some tissue paper. This is a vintage check that I have bound into the signature. Some more sari silk embellishing that. This signature center. This is some antique lace, insertion lace, or you know, I'm sure it would have gone on underclothing. And antique recipe book, Spanish cream or molded custard. Sounds yummy. And a little bit of texture paste here on this pocket. This is also old book page, the front, you know, the cover papers. A little bit of fiber trim on that fold out. That's the other part of that check. Some more fiber. This is somebody was learning how to be a conductor, and there's all kinds of notes in this music book that I have, and I love this book because it's long and the music goes the right direction. There's some pretty vintage lace and just a journal card. And this is the final pocket, a little bit of bling there and a small collage. This is the other half of the antique recipes. And a vintage postcard. The colors were perfect for this, so it goes in here as well. And that's the end. The final back cover has a little bit of ribbon trim on it. And then the back of the book is just plain. I just love those colors though together. And so that's Vision. Thanks for watching.